Hayworth had the lone home run last night for the Shockers as well.
There they go. Swung on and missed. Strike three. Coates lets out a ton of emotion as he worked himself into some first inning traffic, but the Shockers can't put one on the board. Take another look at that. Beautiful breaking ball, and look at the reaction of Coates on the other side. Shockers don't score. Huskers coming up. We head to the bottom. Stay with 136 strikeouts for Nebraska so far this season. That's roped into left field, down the line and fair. That's going to trickle all the way to the wall. One run is in. The second runner will stop at third base. Caden Brumbaugh with an RBI double, and Nebraska's out to a 1-0 lead.
And with that hit, we were just talking about it. That's a 9-game hitting streak now for Brumbaugh.
Look at that pull. Turns the handle so quickly.
Yeah, just a beautiful job there by Brumbaugh to get Nebraska up on the board first. This is exactly 1 week ago.
March 5th made his season debut against Abilene Christian. Next one is through the hole into left field. One run is home. Here comes the second runner. 2 RBI single. 3-0 Nebraska leads.
Yeah, that's a big hit there for Gabe Swanson. Like we were just saying, that hasn't had the best start of the season. We're looking to turn it on here. As we watch the replay of the hit, just a beautiful hitting job. Snuck it right past the shortstop.
The unfortunate part here for Wichita State is that the coaches can't go back to the mound to try and calm down Dobbs. They've already done that. Runners on the corners and 1 out. Bouncing ball to short. Try to get the out at second, and that double clutch from Durnan did not help him. Run scores, and it's 4-0 Huskers.
It was going to be a tight double play ball, even if the ball had been immediately thrown to second. I think with how the inning has gone so far, you just have to get. But now with your 5th pitch.
2-2. It's skied high, playable. Mian running out of room. Made the catch. Huge catch there from Mian to get out of the jam. And
home just to tie the game up and force Nebraska to score and just even get hits, what they've struggled to do since that first inning.
2-2 on the way. Did he go? Yes, he did. Call made at the plate, and Cristo gets out of the jam. First strikeout for Drew Cristo, and the Shockers leave the tying run on third base. Here's another look at it. That probably would have been a called strike anyway. This has got to be rattling Broderick just a little bit. Here comes the 2-2 offering from Broderick. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Huskers win it 5-4 and cue up the light show.
Jordy Ball just needs to find a way to get a little more efficient with her numbers.
Only 1 walk so far. Next pitch is squibbed up. Kamens in, will flip it to Bacon, and she gets the put out. Great job by Lauren Kamens, hustling up to the ball and just flips it over to Bell Bacon at first to beat the speedy Burnett.
We're going to talk with Chavez, the third baseman, trying to make sure they're on the same page.
0-1, and Hoffman lifts this one deep into right field, and that ball is gone. Casey Hoffman sends that one to the interstate, bouncing off the Gordon Trading Complex, and Nebraska has a 5-0 lead. 1-2 on the way again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jordy Ball climbs the ladder and sends Chavez down on strikes. For Nani Valencia. Here is the 3-1, is lifted towards right field. Hoffman goes back, it's over her head. Off the wall, 1 hops, nice throw back in. Blowing through the stop sign is Kraft, and she scores. The stop sign went up early for head coach Piper Ritter at third base, but Taylor Kraft runs right through it and scores without a problem. 1-0 Gophers. In front of the Nebraska dugout. She also lays down a bunt. Bland is there, zips it over to first, and she is out. Minnesota thought differently, but 2 heads-up plays by Samantha Bland get the Huskers out of the inning. Take a look at this. Sammy Bland flying in and just gets it over in time. Great play by the third baseman. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kylie McGee with 2 straight strikeouts. Another ladder climb. And she's 1 out away from getting out of the inning.
That one had home run power, though.
That is lined into left field. That'll go for a hit. 1 run is in. That's Bland. Holding at third is Bacon. And Nebraska extends their lead. It's 7-2. This is incremental territory. Here's the first pitch. Is driven high in the air. Center field. Back is Silva at the track. That ball is gone. Detrimental indeed. And the Beavers have broken it open. It's 10-1 in the 4th inning. 2-2. Line back up the middle off of Whitney's glove. Grabbed by the shortstop, Arquette over to first, is in time.
Who are close to getting an, quote, official game in.
Belted into right field. This one is gone for a home run. It just stayed fair. Michael Banks made the call, and Oregon State continues to put on an offensive clinic. Played in 2024. Here's the 1-2. Lifted high, right center field, back at the wall, and it's into the bullpen. Gavin Turley with the 3-homer day. That are still sticking around in this one. First pitch, lofted to deep right, back at the wall, and that one is gone. First pitch home run for Kale Frost. 14-2. 5. There's been a lot. It's hard to remember what each one was. Nunez lines this one into left field. That's a base hit. Here comes Butenbach. There is no play at the plate. It's just a little bit wide to the left. And Nebraska scratches another run across. RBI single, courtesy of Nunez.
In time.
1-0 on the way. Lifted high in the air. Swanson going back at the track. Looks up. That ball is gone. 2-run home run for Drew Birkland. And Minnesota extends their lead. It's 3-0.
I think he just tried to throw the changeup too hard on the first one. That one, at least, you're near the zone, kind of competitive.
Zimmerman working quickly. 2-2. Called strike 3 inside corner. And once again, the Gophers are frozen. Time to stretch. 4-4 as we go to the bottom of the 7th here on Big Ten.
And warming up. Dice worked last night.
Blake Encarnacion has also picked up a plyo ball, so that bullpen is moving. 1-0 from Timmerman. Bouncing ball, Overbeek loves it. Throws to first, and Tucker Timmerman gets out of the self-induced jam. Gophers get 2 on, but can't score either of them. We go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 4 apiece here on Big Ten Plus. Timmerman. Huge hole on the right side of the infield. Spanier, 1 hop, carry, over to first, inning over. Nebraska gets out of the jam, and we head to the bottom of the 9th with a chance to take the game. It's 4-4 between Nebraska and Minnesota here on Big Ten Plus. No balls, 2 strikes. Sundquist kicks and deals. Ground ball, base hit into right field, and Nebraska walks off the Gophers. Robbie Bowling gets bobbed. Water dumped from the Gatorade in right field. And the mosh pit all over the place in the outfield. They're running to center field. Jerseys ripped off, and this crowd is loving it. What a game. 1-1. Bouncing ball right side. Brumbaugh's got a charge on the run over to Stone, and a 1-2-3 frame for Jackson Brockett. Up and down go the Gophers. Nebraska coming up in the bottom of the fourth. No score here on Big Ten Plus. Sutherland now in the 2-hole. This one lifted high in the air, right field. Bolin going back, looks up, and that one is gone. Charlie Sutherland way out of here. And the Gophers take a 2-0 lead. What a shot. Charlie Sutherland with his 5th home run of the season. Brockett leaves that one knee high. Big mistake. Runners on the corners, 1-2 count on Larson. Runner goes. Larson hits this one the other way. Running as Bolin makes the catch as he crashes into the wall. Bryce Bender gets the Huskers out of a tough jam here in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Minnesota leads 2-0 with some theatrics from Robbie Bolin in right field here on Big Ten Plus. 1-2 on Dylan Carey from Thorstensen. Is ripped high and gone. Dylan Carey ropes it down the line. And it's 2-1. Carey with his 7th home run of the season. And Nebraska is on the scoreboard. It's 2-1. High and middle. You can watch that one fly.